If you've ever looked for a laptop that's in budget range, just for office use, or maybe educational purposes, or just Googling or YouTube watching, then look no further. Today we are unboxing the new Lenovo Ideapad. And this is a great budget laptop. It's got an NVMe hard drive inside, it's got 8 gigs of RAM, it's got a quad-core processor. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, let's not beat around the bush, let's jump right into it. Okay, so first things first. This is the new Lenovo Ideapad Ryzen 3 laptop. In a box, still sealed. The first thing we need to do is grab a knife. And then unseal the box. Now here's where the fun begins. Let's open this bad boy. So as you can see, it is properly packaged, secure it against any bumps on the way over to you. Let's just put this over here. Oh wow, very impressive. It's a slimline laptop. It feels almost like a MacBook. It's properly slimline. Built-in battery, smooth. This is good craftsmanship. Wow. I'm impressed with the new Lenovo. They've improved quite a lot on their product. So, what else do we get in the box? In the box we get power supply. Okay, here's the rest of it. Power supply for the laptop. And that's it. So, let's see how it looks. It's a beautiful design. Overall, I'm impressed by how it feels and how it looks. Okay, so before we switch it on, let's just check the specs of this thing. It's got a audio jack, a USB-C type, a HDMI port, a USB port, normal USB port, and its power port. And on the other side, it's got a card reader and also another USB port, which is more than enough for office use or studying with this laptop. So let's get started. Power on it, and then let's switch it on for the first time. Okay, so after you've switched on your laptop for the first time, this screen will be your startup screen. It allows you to choose the country where you are setting up your computer. For this purpose, we scroll down way down and we choose South Africa. US keyboard is shut. Now we don't want to add another keyboard layout. We've only got one keyboard in any case. Next, you have to connect your laptop to the network. This will allow it to get internet connection and do its updates. See, checking for updates. Okay, after the updates have run, the next screen will be the license agreement. where you don't have an option but to accept. Now you can name your device. Okay, after you've named your device, you click on next. This is good. When naming your computer, you are not allowed any special characters or spaces or underscores, so just keep that in mind. Okay, with the next screen, you have to unlock your Microsoft experience. So it won't allow you to go past unless you say sign in. Unfortunately, you'll have to create a Microsoft account. If you don't have one, at least it's a free account. Okay, after signing in with your Microsoft account, this page will then be the next phase of your setup. It's asking if I should restore from a previous PC or if this is a new setup. In my case, this is a new setup. Okay, then it will ask you to create a PIN. This PIN is needed to sign into your computer. So it's something that you'll always use. Even when installing some software, it might ask for the PIN. Next is the privacy page. By default, all the settings are on. You can go through these and switch on or off the settings that you don't need. For this instance, I'm just going to say accept. You can always come back and change settings later. Okay, then you can customize your experience if you like. You can set it up for development or entertainment or gaming depending on your machine. As this computer will only be used for work related things, I'm just going to skip for now. Then you can use your phone to connect to your PC. I'm going to skip for now. Okay, once you've gone through all the initial setup options, this page will then start. This is the update stage, where it can take up to 30 minutes depending on your internet connectivity and speed. This is where Windows updates everything like the drivers, software, and the OS itself. So after this process is done, Windows will start up for the first time as a fresh installed Windows on your computer, where you can then start installing your software and your apps that you would like on your computer. Okay, after the updates have been done, this screen will open up. And this is where you type in that PIN that you created earlier, and then your computer will sign in for the first time into your Windows. Okay, this is the next setup stage. So just sit back and relax while Windows does its thing. And then voila! After Windows has run its initial setup, this will be your screen. Now you've completely set up your computer and Windows is ready to be used. What I would recommend from here is to run a few tweaks just to make sure the computer is running at optimal speeds. So first thing I'm going to do is run msconfig. Go to boot, go to advanced options, number of processors, and make sure you select the highest number. So you know this computer will run at maximum capacity. Exit without restarting, because we'll restore it later. Next I'll go to Start, Settings, I'll go to System, then About, then you would like to go to Advanced System Settings, where you go to Advanced, Performance, Set. This is where you can change the visual effects of the computer. I would recommend putting it on Best Performance, and then just make sure that you select the third one, Smooth Edges of Screen Fonts, otherwise the fonts look a bit blurry. Apply, then I would go to Advanced, Virtual Memory, say Change, deselect that, Custom Size, open up your calculator. I would recommend setting it up for 16 gigs of RAM. So type in 16 times 1024, because that's how much a gigabyte memory is. Copy that amount, go back to the system memory and just fill this in and say set. Okay. Yes, it wants to restart to take effect, that's fine, but we're not going to restart right now. Then you would like to go to System Protection and say Configure, and make sure this is on 5%. 5% is an optimal good place to be. This is for your system restore. Say okay, okay, and then restart now. Okay, so to answer the question, what makes this such a nice budget laptop? Firstly, it costs about 9,000 bucks, which isn't that expensive. It's under 10 grand a laptop, which is really not bad. Secondly, it's got a quad-core processor in it. It's got an NVMe SSD drive in it, a 256 gigabit, which is plenty and more than enough space for most Office users. It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a slim line design, which makes it smooth. It's lightweight, really lightweight, which makes it easy and accessible to travel. It's got a full numeric keyboard, which makes it easier for accountants to use as well. It's got a built-in camera so that you can use it on Zoom and Skype meetings or Teams meetings. And it's got a proper crystal display. Some nice features about this laptop, like I mentioned earlier, it's got the ultra slim design. It's got a HD camera built into it with privacy shutter, and it's got a rapid charge boost, which enables it to charge quickly so that you can travel with it and work easier with it. It's got a AMD Radeon graphics card built into it. All in all, it's a proper laptop, properly spec'd for a reasonable budget price.